Alrighty, welcome back to the Daily Grind. We're doing another little kind of L-shaped room, I guess, today, and it is on concrete though, so it's a little bit different than yesterday. There was water damage here. The ceiling burst up here from pipes being in the ceiling and just destroyed all this. So the restoration company came in and completely tore up all the tack strip and everything like that. So we had to tack strip it again, which lots of real thin tile over here. Let me show you. So it is super thin. It's barely thicker than the tack strip, not much at all. So, and we are working with super fat carpet and a very, very fat pad as well. So, I thought about, my intention was, I grabbed a box of tack strip this morning thinking it was architectural tack strip that I was wanting to use since this was concrete. Turns out it was that little junk, 3/4 inch tack strip, just garbage. I don't use that stuff. So I was like, all right, I'll just use my traditional 1-inch tack strip. I'm kind of glad that it worked out that way, because the more I think about it, I was already dreading the picture framing around the exterior of the room. So, or not exterior, around the perimeter of the room. I was already dreading that picture framing because, again, we're using a super fat pad and with a double row of, basically a double row, 2 inches of, or I think it's like 1 3/4 inches, might be 2 full inches, I don't know. But anyway, the architectural strip, the real wide stuff with 4 rows of pins, it definitely would have been sunk down around the exterior, and we are using this pad right here, and that is like definitely a full 1/2 inch. So really fat pad, and that, like I said, it would have just been picture framing, telegraph, whatever you want to call it. Anyway, all the way around the perimeter, you would have seen it. So it worked out for the best anyway, I guess, using this 1-inch tack strip, because that will be less noticeable than a 2-inch tack strip with this fat pad. So anyway, let's get some pad going on. Oh, what I'm going to use to apply that pad, I'm going to duct tape it. I'll duct tape the seams, and around the perimeter, I will use this. I have my own spray adhesive at home, and I didn't know it was on concrete today. I usually use my stuff, but I'm gonna have to use the spray lock. It's good stuff too. I tend to use my stuff for the simple fact that I'm confident in. I've already done a bunch of testing with it and stuff like that. I've been happy with all my results that I've came up with. Plus, my bottles that I have at home, my spray cans at home, have a different nozzle than the spray lock nozzles. They tend to want to clog up and fall off the way you have to push them over. Mine used to be that way. However, they have a new and improved spray nozzle on them, which is very nice. Okay, no problems with them at all. Anyway, let's get to it. Gunlack driver bar for the win. Okay, so we got our pad down. Carpet is in here. I got one of them rolled out and cut, and I wanted to point this out. I know, check this out. I was just talking about this in a comment yesterday. I hate it, and I've said it and said it and said it and said it and said it, and it don't matter. It still happens. This was dropped way over to here, okay? I could have put a fill piece right up there, seam running with the light. It would have caused this to be like a 25-foot cut. But oh well, it's a straight shot in the house with it. Right there and right here. Could have walked it in, rolled it in on the carpet or whatever. Anyway, it runs sideways and the carpet was already cut up. So No changing it once it's already cut. But anyway, what I was talking about in yesterday's video about the tweed carpet, most of them are like that. I was talking about most tweed carpet is a dark row, light row, okay? Look at the side of this. Look at the run of that. It's like light and dark rows in there, and that's a row cut, okay? That's light and dark rows. You see it? It's almost speckled in each row, and each fiber is twisted with 2 different colored yarns as well. The light ones are like a light gray, or a light gray and a tan. And the dark ones are a brown and a tan twisted together. You see that? So the exact same thing over here on the piece that I cut off of it. So I just wanted to point that out. There is no light row, dark row in every, well, lights are going crazy, in every single one of them. That's why I stressed that yesterday. Most carpets are like that. But I tell you what, if you get these together and you're seeing some white specks or something like that in it, shift it just ever so slightly, 1 piece of carpet, because sometimes you see these light yarns and dark yarns here, they're like spaced out or whatever. So it's easier seen over there on the other piece because it's not roughed up like it is here. Let me see here. Okay, there you go. So where it ain't been roughed up yet, right here. So you can see the light rows, the light and dark pieces in there. So what happens is, if this light piece gets with the light piece over here on this piece, it will maybe look like, you might notice a little bit. So just a little switch like that, just barely, and it'll take care of that, okay? This is something I learned from a comment the other day. It wasn't even on my post. I was looking at somebody else's post, and they commented, they said, hey, strap that over your shoulder. He actually said wrap it around your wrist and strap it over your shoulder. I'm not going to that extent, but your cord always has an issue coming back here and either knocking fibers down in your fresh thermoplastic sealer or just dragging and snagging, causing problems when you're trying to do this ever so smoothly. Throw that bad boy over your neck, and it's out of the way. It's not going to get in the glue, and it's not going to knock fibers down in your glue, okay? So just a little helpful, handy little tip for the professional installer that seals up his carpet seams. Definitely help you out. Okay. When you get used to these things right here, they are a huge time saver. Even on something as thin as this towel, like I said a while ago at the beginning of this, it's like barely thicker than the tack strip itself. This is probably 3/8, if that. I mean, it's almost the same thickness as the tack strip, okay? But when you get the hang of these, you know how you can lean them. Everybody probably knows. I don't know, if you do this technically the right way, you adjust the plates in these things to make them higher and lower. I never learned how to use a trimmer like that. I've never adjusted these plates whatsoever. I always have it to the highest setting, and to make it lower or shorter, I simply lean it in like that. We'll make it shorter. Raising it up like this will make it longer as I cut. So shorter and longer. When you get the hang of that, you can trim exactly what you want to anything. Watch this. This is a little bitty thin towel, okay? Now I'm probably gonna jack it all up since I'm talking about it. But anyway, watch this. Even like I said, real little thin. And I'll show you how much of a lean that I have. Okay, come over here. I want you to see the lean. Come right over here. Look how high. So look at how this is jacked up. Look at the angle that's setting up. Come about right here and watch it push there. That way. Okay, can you see my trimmer? Okay, watch. See how high up this is? All the way down there. Now watch this. This is perfect. Look right here, real close. See that? So I'm gonna put some latex in there and watch this. I'll do a little spot real fast just so you can see it tuck and see that that is exactly what we wanted right there. Just about an 1/8 inch. When you're done doing to something thin like that, you just barely want enough. And also, working to something thin like that, it is extremely crucial to have the gully, exactly like it needs to be, okay? You're not gonna, definitely not gonna get away with a 3/8 of an inch gully on something like this. You hear me straining and stuff like that. This stuff ain't no joke. Anyway, get the back of it worked in there. Now watch this. I started out right here. Give it a little love tap. Notice I'm using the little plastic stair tools up next to this tile so I don't break anything. Looky here. That is a beautiful finish right there, son. And it's gonna be like that all the way down. Go up there and show them that other end. I've already got the biggest majority of this tile done. I just wanted to show you how a carpet trimmer can be used in any kind of situation that you come up against. Lowering the handle, leaning it side to side or anything, you can use these to trim literally to anything with them if you get the hang of them. So I can already hear it. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of guys, hey, you need to use Z-bar next to that. That's never going to stay. It's going to come out. It's going to ravel. It's going to look like crap in 6 weeks. Smash, 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 smash. Stuff in that bottle right there, 100% all natural latex. If you do not experience the experience of latex, you are definitely missing out on a lot when it comes to carpet. Not acrylic, not the stuff that smells like Elmer's glue. The stuff that'll curl your nose hairs whenever you take a whiff of it. Good old natural latex. And that will stop this from fraying. It'll stop it from rattling. This gully right here will be here probably when the rest of the carpet is wore out and falling to pieces. This will still be here. I guarantee you it's going to outlast. If you don't believe me, I've got videos to prove even without the tack strip holding the carpet down. I did a video one time where I was working at my own house and I latexed the gully up to a laminate transition piece, and then I was pulling up the laminate. So I pulled up the laminate transition so there was literally nothing holding the carpet there at all except for the latex, and it was literally taking chunks of the floor out with it, the subfloor, out with the strip of carpet that I was trying to pull up that was held down only by latex. Once this stuff dries, it's like a rubber band, son. It is there and it's going to be there. The thing about natural latex is it never loses its elasticity. So it's going to stay rubbery and elasticy for its lifetime. It'll always be that way. So I never want to use Z-bar up next to tile like this because I do not want to break it. I don't want to take a chance on chipping the tile or anything like that. So that's why I'm using this little plastic stair tool, which honestly I've been using this a lot lately. So most of my stuff that I do now, like almost all of it, is high-end stuff. So I take extra precautions not to mark baseboards or walls or door jambs or anything like that. So I use this little tucker here. So got a couple of them in my box now. I did have just one, but since we are doing like mostly 95% high-end stuff, I've go ahead and invested in 2 of them, so we don't even have to deal with any kind of markings at all. Alrighty, we have got this bad boy wrapped up. Another single room installation. Here it is, beautiful. Beautiful edges up against the tile. Super thin tile at that. Here we go. Another view, just stunning. Just stunning. Luke does great work, I'll say that. Luke, he does great work. So there's a seam somewhere down the middle of this thing and right over there about 3 foot from the wall. So anyway, thank you guys once again for tuning in to the Daily Grind. Until tomorrow, FBSB's out.